You're watching WYLN TV 35. Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Paula Dagnan. As the investigation continues into that fatal plane crash over the weekend in one part of our area, the Luzerne County coroner has now identified the two men who died. They're 59-year-old Michael Bowen of Lebanon County and 76-year-old Ronald Snyder of Berks County. Members of the NTSB have been in Hanover Township since the small amateur-built aircraft went down on Doran's Farm on East Mary's Road on Saturday. They've been collecting and documenting the wreckage. It happened shortly after the plane took off from the Wyoming Valley Airport in Forty Fort. A man was taken into custody over the weekend for the sexual assault of an underage girl. Back on October 1st, Bloomsburg police were contacted by the 14-year-old girl's grandmother and stated her granddaughter was sexually abused while at a friend's house. The victim reported while she was at Trayvon Antonio Hines' apartment, Hines sexually abused her by touching her breasts and groin area. Police located Hines on October 29th, hiding in an apartment on West Main Street, where police were told he was randomly trespassing on the property. Hines was known to have resided at this address in the past, but was recently evicted. He was taken into custody without incident and now faces charges of aggravated indecent assault of the complainant less than 16 years of age and indecent assault without consent. Hines was arraigned by the on-call magistrate Doug Brewer, who set his bail to $100,000 straight. He was unable to post bail and taken to Columbia County Prison. Police arrested a man after they say he ran away with a 14-year-old girl to Ohio. According to Pennsylvania State Police, September 27th around 2 a.m., troopers received a report of a runaway girl. An investigation by troopers discovered that the 14-year-old left her house and met with 38-year-old Clyde Feggs of Tower City. Police say Feggs then drove them to Austintown, Ohio, where police located him and placed him under arrest on an issued warrant out of Pennsylvania. Fessig was charged with interference with custody of a child. He was then returned to Pennsylvania and placed in the Schuylkill County Prison after he was unable to post $100,000 bail. Troopers arrested two individuals after they found almost 4 pounds of fentanyl and other drugs during a traffic stop. According to Pennsylvania State Police, on the evening of October 25th, troopers pulled over a car for speeding on Interstate 80 in Kidder Township. Troopers said during the stop, drugs could be seen and a search of the car was approved. The troopers then found methamphetamine, heroin, almost 4 pounds of fentanyl, and a Glock 17 9mm handgun inside the car. The two women in the car, Michelle Dawkins, 38, and 47-year-old Cassie Clayton, both of Arizona, were arrested. According to police, one of the women destroyed her cell phone and resisted arrest. Dawkins and Clayton were both found to be felons who cannot possess a gun and were taken to the Carbon County Correctional Facility pending charges. The Wilkes-Barre Area School District stated a water main break caused 3 schools to be closed and let out early today. According to district officials, the Wilkes-Barre Area High School and Solomon Plains Elementary School were closed today, dismissing students at 9 a.m. All other schools in the Wilkes-Barre Area School District remained open as scheduled. It's unclear at this time where the water main break was or what caused it. PennDOT Engineering District 4 announced today it's wrapped up another busy construction season in Lackawanna, Luzerne, Pike, Susquehanna, Wayne, and Wyoming counties. According to PennDOT District 4 Executive Richard Roman, improvements were aided by the Federal Bipartisan Infrastructure Law. Just this year, the law was bringing at least $49.6 million in funding to the District 4 region. More than 371 miles of paving and 599 miles of seal coating were completed in the district in 2022. Work was performed on 28 state-owned bridges by contractors, and additionally, Department Force bridge crews worked on 118 bridges. A bill sponsored by Representative Karen Boback would designate March 29th of each year as Tuskegee Airmen Commemoration Day in Pennsylvania. It passed unanimously in the Senate last week. House Bill 2586 is now awaiting the governor's signature to become law. The Tuskegee Airmen were the first group of African American military aviators fighting with exemplary courage and distinction during World War II, and nearly 100 of them came from Western Pennsylvania. The general election, 1 week away, and we want you to understand what goes on behind the scenes when all those votes are tallied up. Our Rebecca Martini has that story.
This year's general election is underway, and Acting Secretary of State Leah M. Chapman is breaking down everything we need to know about mail-in ballots and vote counting.
County election offices are training their poll workers for the over 9,100 polling places in Pennsylvania. They are performing logic and accuracy testing on their polling place voting equipment to ensure that it functions as expected and accurately reads and tabulates votes as marked. And they are processing mail-in and absentee ballot request forms and will continue to do so through the deadline to apply, which is November 1st.
This summer, legislation passed Act 88, which provided 63 counties with additional funding for elections, which means all pre-canvassing on mail-in ballots must start 7 a.m. on Election Day.
During that pre-canvassing work, the canvassing board members are evaluating each mail ballot to determine its eligibility to be counted. That includes checking to ensure the ballot came from a qualified registered voter who provided proper identification when they requested their ballot. Any ballots that cannot be immediately verified are set aside for the Board of Elections to adjudicate later. All decisions regarding the disposition of ballots are made by a majority vote of the members of the County Board of Elections.
Reporting the results take time, and election officials are focused on accuracy over speed.
The election code says that county returns boards must begin to canvass and tabulate returns no later than 9 a.m. on the Friday after the election, which in this case is November 11th. And they must continue canvassing through the 8th day after the election, which is November 16th. As a reminder, you can find the latest mail-in and absentee ballot numbers on our website at vote.pa.gov/counting.
Reporting for WYLN News, I'm Rebecca Martini.
Coming up on WYLN News, still no Powerball winner. Are you feeling lucky? Plus, Coach Dennis Buckman talks about Hazelton's senior night. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast, brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
My name is Alexander Bonomo. I'm 12 years old, and tomorrow's WYLN forecast is partly cloudy.
Hey, it's Justin from Grand Central, here to ask you, is your kitchen ready for an overhaul? We offer free in-home consultation and design, no interest financing, professional removal and installation, countertop and backsplashes, hardwood and laminate floors, kitchen appliance sales, service and installation, and of course, everyday low prices. Grand Central in Hazleton, helping you make your house a home.
Penn State Hazleton is improving the lives of others, starting in our community. providing degrees that meet the needs of the area.
Fueling entrepreneurship and contributing more than $36 million annually to the state's economy.
Researching the health of our local ecosystem on the Susquehanna River.
Together, our impact keeps growing, backed by the strength of 24 campuses and 700,000 alumni.
This is your home, your car, and you want to give them the protection they deserve. With home and auto insurance.
In Hazleton, talk to State Farm agent Pete Kesselika.
LIHEAP is a federally funded program administered by the Department of Human Services that provides assistance for home heating bills so Pennsylvanians with low incomes can stay warm and safe during the winter months. Assistance is available for renters and homeowners. The LIHEAP application period for both cash and crisis grants is open starting today through April 28th of 2023. Pennsylvanians can apply for LIHEAP and other public assistance programs online at www.compass.state.pa.us or by calling 1-866-550-4355. On-site county assistance office services are also available for more information. And for helpful tips on keeping warm throughout the winter while saving money on utility costs, you can visit www.energysavers.gov. Governor Tom Wolf reminding Pennsylvanians of the 2023 opened enrollment period that begins today, November 1st, through Penny, the Commonwealth's official online health insurance marketplace. Pennsylvanians can apply, compare plans, and enroll in high-quality health coverage all in one place. This annual open enrollment period is an opportunity for Pennsylvanians to take advantage of substantial savings on 2023 coverage. Penny's open enrollment period runs from today through January 15th of 2023, with December 15th marking the deadline to select coverage. That will begin New Year's Day. All Pennsylvanians who are interested in affordable premiums on high-quality coverage should visit penny.com. Still no big winner in last night's Powerball. The next drawing tomorrow, Wednesday, November 2nd, and it will now be worth an estimated $1.2 billion with a B dollars. Your chance of winning? 1 in 292.2 million. You have to play to win, so good luck out there. WYLN's OT all-time hero, Marty Burns, has the in-depth analysis of what's happening on and off-season across our viewing area. If you're ready, let's talk sports.
Coach, the one thing that stuck with me from Friday night in your shutout victory over Berwick, a lot of emotions up and down from the pregame ceremony to the end. Just talk about the emotions from Friday night.
First of all, senior nights are difficult in some ways, just because it's, you know, when it's a Week 10 contest and you're playing a rival, and it's probably the last time that you have an opportunity to be able to coach and those seniors have an opportunity to play on the home turf. It's certainly emotional, especially this group and what this group means to myself, what this group means to our program. You think about some of the incredible things that this senior class has accomplished, and especially these last 3 years. We talked about last week what they've gone through too, to have to overcome so much adversity. It's truly remarkable. So certainly this past Friday it was an emotional time, but it's also a happy time too, because you get to see, I think the ultimate goal for any successful football program has to be that you want these student athletes to come into your program as boys and leave your program as young men.
Mm-hmm.
And I truly feel a lot of these guys, they've done that. The 18 seniors that we had walk across the turf of Harmon Geist on Friday night, you look at each one of them and you see the maturation and you see the way that they've grown throughout the years, and you're so excited because you know they're going to be such successful people as much as successful student athletes. So it really is an exciting time as well, but certainly what senior night brings, and playing then Berwick on top of that.
Coming up on Sand Springs News Choice, Trooper Talk Tuesday with Trooper Anthony Petrosky, plus Leading the Way with Allie McKittrick, Part 2. And stay with us for everything else we have lined up for you later tonight on WYLN TV.
Getting to the finish line starts with Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute, the region's leader in sports medicine. Our specialists use the most advanced technology for faster, better results, so elite and everyday athletes can compete like champions once again. Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute. Your health deserves a partner.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Watch PTN on WYLN.
Get ready for a craft beer adventure. Celebrate our local breweries in Luzerne County all month long at the Brewers Trail Oktoberfest. The Luzerne County Visitors Bureau Brewers Trail Guide will help you explore the area's one-of-a-kind breweries as you wind your way through the mountains and valleys in Luzerne County. Fill up your glass with flavors unique to our area, including a special collaboration brew. To learn more or to download your free trail guide, click on visitluzernecounty.com.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Hi, I'm Marty Burns. Join myself and head football coach at Hazelton area, Dennis Bookman, for Sports Talk, your weekly source for Hazelton area high school football. We'll go over the past week's game with highlights, look ahead to a future opponent, and have a special guest from the Cougar football program, just like senior quarterback Tyler Wolf. Tyler, what do you have to say to send us out?
Go Cougars.
Sports Talk every week here on WYLN, brought to you by the Lehigh Valley Health Network, Hazelton.
Welcome to Trooper Talk Tuesday, and with us is Trooper Anthony Petrosky from Troop in Hazelton. And we have Trooper Petrosky with us all the time, and we get to talk to him about so many different things. And then we wonder, what do you do when you're not here talking with us about all these things? What does a public information officer, PIO, do?
Well, we do a lot of talking, to be honest with you. We do a lot of talking. So my position, I'm based out of Hazelton. My office is in Hazelton, but I work in 4 counties. So I cover Lower Luzerne, Carbon, Columbia, and Monroe counties. That's all of Troop N. So I do this kind of stuff in 4 counties. On top of that, I'm also a community service officer. So what does that mean? I'm the liaison between my troop and the 4 counties that we serve. So if there's community events, if there's something going on in the community where it would be good to have a trooper there to be able to talk, interact, that's me. So I do that kind of stuff. I talk to the media. I do proactive things like this, Trooper Talk Tuesday. On top of that, if there's a major incident that goes on, I'll get called out to go there and address the media so we can be transparent with the community and give out information. Not everything, but information that can be given out to the community as to not jeopardize the investigation. So that's the kind of stuff that I do.
And that is very tricky sometimes.
It can be.
Because again, not only media, but also the general public. Well, what about this? Well, what about that? Well, I saw this on social media, and how come you... How do you handle all that?
Well, factual information, because it's easy to try to dismiss somebody when they ask a question, but we're the state police. We want to give out accurate, factual information. So, if I don't have an answer to a question, I'll explain it the best I can and say, let me try to contact somebody else, get a better answer for you. Or let me look into this and get back to you. I don't have all the answers, but I have a good network and I could try to get that answer. So, it's just easily communicating with people. And that's what this position is. On top of that, I run Troop N's social media. And I also do a lot of presentations. That's a big part of this job, is doing presentations. So I go into schools, I talk about internet safety, bullying, cyberbullying. I do tons of community presentations on scams, active shooter, all kinds of stuff in order to give people information that could better help them.
But in the same breath, you're also a Pennsylvania State Police trooper.
Absolutely.
So if anything happens, you would have to go into that role?
Help out, and I don't think twice. I wear my uniform every day. I drive a marked state police vehicle. So if there's a violation happening in front of me, I'll pull that person over. If I hear another trooper going to a call, they need assistance, I help out. I'm a trooper first before my job as a public information officer and community service officer, and it's all about getting the job done, helping out my fellow troopers, and I'll do that in any manner that I can.
And the other thing is, not only are you a Pennsylvania State Police trooper, but you're a dad.
Yes.
You're a husband.
Yes.
You're a son.
Yeah.
You're all of those things, and sometimes what you have to do is not easy.
It's not the easiest. You know this when you sign up for this job. You try to use your training and experience to push through that. Some of the stuff that we see and deal with, you don't want to take home with you and have it affect, your friends, your family members. But you do it long enough, you know why you sign up to do this job, and you push through knowing that you have a community to protect. And that's what we swore to do.
All right. Well, a little bit of insight
absolutely.
into Trooper Anthony Petrosky from Troop N Hazleton. We always like to learn these things because, again, it helps you understand so much more. And we'll have more on Trooper Talk Tuesday.
Two Italian Guys Pizzeria, 3 West Diamond Avenue in Hazleton has all your favorites, from pizza, hoagies, salads, entrees, wings, and sides. Always made with the freshest ingredients. Call them at 570-459-2783.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Watch PTN on WYLN.
Something is out there. What it is, no one knows. However, since its first sighting, there have been numerous reports of strange lights in the night sky. Some say they are extraterrestrials, flying saucers. But to all of those seemingly unrelated uncertainties, there is one common thread.
Solo Spaceman on WYLN TV 35. Thursdays at 1:30, Saturdays at 4, Sundays at 9.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
Hey, it's Justin from Grand Central here to ask you, is your kitchen ready for an overhaul? We offer free in-home consultation and design, no interest financing, professional removal and installation, countertop and backsplashes, hardwood and laminate floors, kitchen appliance sales, service and installation, and of course, everyday low prices. Grand Central in Hazleton, helping you make your house a home.
WYLN's going behind the scenes to learn more about the lives and goals of our local leaders. So, Hazleton Park and Recs Director Allie McKittrick is leading the way into part 2 of this week's series. Welcome to Leading the Way. This week we're spending it with Allie McKittrick, and she is the Director of Parks and Recreation for the City of Hazleton. We found out that Allie grew up in Arizona, although it's kind of like Northeast Pennsylvania, playing outside till the street lights came on. 1 inch of snow. Oh, my wish. So now here you are. You're married. You've done all kinds of different things. So where did you find that you were going to the city limits and leaving Superior, Arizona?
Actually moved to Florida, Orlando, Florida.
Another one of my places.
That was very, very humid in the summer for sure. But my husband was down there, and he got a job doing guitar work and that kind of thing. And we had kids, and we were raising kids there. But for me, being from a small town, it didn't feel like home. I was kind of always on edge being right there in the city. And so we came up to visit his sister as she was getting married in northeastern Pennsylvania, and it happened to be fall around this time of year, and I really fell in love with the area. And I thought it'd be a great place to raise the kids. And so when our oldest was 4, we moved up, and it was a great decision.
Wow, so was that here in the Hazleton area?
Yep, exactly. Like we were up in Freeland. So yeah, it's not far from here.
Wow, that's great. So you went from hot to cold.
That's right.
So what was it like being here for your first real winter?
It was a culture shock for sure. I felt like I needed maybe 3 jackets on at one time instead of just one. But I think my blood has adjusted to the heat at this point. I mean, to the cold at this point. I'm a little better with it. I've learned the tricks of you northeastern Pennsylvanians. Yeah, it's heated seats and
extra layers of gloves and all that. So now you said your oldest was 4 at the time. So how long have you been here now?
So he is 21. So I've been here, about 17 years.
Wow.
So it's gone fast, and I've fallen in love with the area, fallen in love with the people, and there's just a really deep cultural history here, as opposed to Arizona, which is a newer state. Everything pops up, it's a lot newer there, but here to see some of the architecture and the beauty of this area, it's really stunning. It really is.
Well, see, this is one of the things I like about Leading the Way, because I think the people that live here may not appreciate what we have. So we're going to see more through the eyes of someone who came a little bit of a roundabout way, and now listen to her. Wow, talk about working for the chamber. Or actually it is City Hall. But we'll talk to Allie tomorrow with more about her journey here to Hazleton on Leading the Way. And that's the news. Remember, the source matters now more than ever. Catch all the latest on our Facebook page, YouTube page, or at WYLNTV.com. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next right here on WYLN TV.